with Straightsmile Solutions, straightsmilesolutions.com, and yet another wall of shame trash can video. What's wrong with this picture? And I use photos that people send me. I've got releases on to share, and that's all I know about the case. So what's up with these lower braces? What is this doctor doing wrong here? Of course, this is just based on what I see in the photo. I don't know anything else. I want you to hit pause on this video and think about it yourself first. What is wrong with this video? Okay, I'll go ahead and resume. So just a couple things here. First of all, what the heck? Why is there composite on the edges of this? Okay, first of all, let's start from the beginning. Okay, you should check out my videos on using open coil spring. You can look up the keyword open coil spring or OCS before you even watch this video. All my content, when do you use OCS? You definitely don't do it in this wire. Okay, so this is way too light. You do the OCS after initial level and align. My first month working, I was subbing at this office down in Anaheim, and they were doing some mechanics like this. And we'd always learned in residency, you do not use OCS until you're able to mostly fill the slot. So if you're in 018 slot, maybe you could do like, a 1622 or an 1820. That would be 1622. If you're in, 022 slot, you could do 1825, 1925. But you can't be doing this on whatever this is. And I'm assuming this is like a 12 or 14 NiTi. So yeah, that's not going to work. What it did, because I have seen the results of using OCS many times appropriately, not me, but it actually will push the teeth through the bone and or make them exfoliate and or make them mobile and devitalize them permanently. So don't do this. Okay, that's the first thing I noticed. Second thing I noticed is that this open coil spring isn't even active, or barely active. So if they're using it just as a stop to keep the wire from flexing, then why use open coil spring? First of all, it's more expensive, assuming it's NiTi. Second of all, why? It's just more uncomfortable for the patient. You can see they had to throw some composite on there. I'm assuming this is composite. It doesn't look like wax because the end, if it's not compressed, the end gets pokey. So they're just using and you can use tubing. They make comfort tubing. You can use closed coil, both of which are way cheaper than open coil NiTi. So just a thought. And then of course, if you actually are using active NiTi, let's say we actually were using this properly, if you throw a pile of composite on this, it's not gonna slide or compress. So that makes no sense, right? This just makes zero sense here. All right, so those are the first thing I noticed. Other thing I noticed is that I see two marks on this wire, which means it's an upper wire. So why are they sticking it on the lower? Occasionally I do uppers on lowers, but I try to, that's to coordinate arches, and that's when you have upper brackets as well. But that's a very much a one-off. So those are the main things I see here. This just makes literally no sense. And if you're going to use open coil spring, it should be like a 1-unit thing only after all the teeth are straight. Clearly all the teeth are not straight. You would straighten all the teeth except this one, then work your way up to a heavy wire which fills the slot, then use the open coil spring. Hopefully this was helpful. As always, I have hundreds of videos on braces in my YouTube channel. They are totally free, as well as a course that does cost a tiny bit of money. It's only, I think, $40 per C unit at the moment that I'm making this video. It's available at straightsmilesolutions.com, or you could email me at info@straightsmilesolutions.com. Very affordable. It's just a mashup and a logical sequence of my YouTube videos with, of course, a quiz, which is a lot of questions, because I think it's like a lot, a couple dozen questions, but you have to do that many CE units, right? But the quiz is not hard. It's a reasonable quiz and a little bit fun. So you should be able to pass it if you semi-pay attention. In the course, you have a full year to finish the course to get credit. So if you start it today in February, you have till next February to finish it. It is sponsored by CE Zoom and is AGD PACE credits. So check it out if you haven't already. And we also can work with you one-on-one with your braces case. We strongly recommend that you use indirect bonding for your first 50 to 100 cases before you even consider direct bonding. And to be honest, a lot of orthodontists use indirect bonding, even though they know how to place brackets, because it just saves time and you can use your auxiliaries more profitably and efficiently. So, and it makes your chair time more profitable. So yes, you're going to pay a couple $100s for that case. However, you're probably not going to have to do repos or bends or anything, which is going to save you 6 months on the case. And how much is 6 months worth in terms of chair time? A lot more than a couple $100s. So just do it. All right. Thanks so much.